Hey guys, it's me, Kelly. I am so excited to come back and introduce again to you TruthSeekah. We are going to have an amazing show today. The last time we were together, we did healing sessions, and it was absolutely amazing. It's one of the funnest things I've ever done, and the people that got the benefit, they were really thankful for it. So we're going to do that again. If you would like to have us heal you, please, leave your information over here so we can send you a link and you can be on the show and you can be involved in some of this healing. Part of this, for introduce TruthSeekah, is my allergies are out of control again. I'm needing healing. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I'm on my second, my second cup of allergy tea. It has just been awful here. Since I got back from California. Anyway, without further ado, I want to bring back on the show TruthSeekah. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Kelly. Thanks for having me back again. And it's always a blessing, always a pleasure. So much fun to come on and speak with you and your audience. Last time that we had the last interview, we did the healing session. It was kind of an impromptu thing, and we did it. We made it work, and people came on and received healing and everything. It was an amazing session. And what's really cool about that is there were so many people that watched that didn't actually come in to have a personal one-on-one session, but they were just sending me all these messages, man, saying that just by simply watching, they were in tears watching. They felt the presence of God just like move upon them and heal them and stuff. So that's what's so amazing about it, is that healing is contagious. That's how spiritism works. It's like it's contagious, and I think that would really segue into the allergy thing with you. And so, whenever I came on, with you just a few minutes ago, you were talking about having problems with your allergies, and I was totally fine. I walked in the kitchen to get me some coffee, and then it hit me. It came upon me. And like it was hard for me to breathe, and I was just sneezing uncontrollably.
Yeah, I was just sneezing a while ago. Like when you walked away, it was like, I thought all my brains came out.
Yeah, and I mean that's just, it kind of goes to show that that's what we've been just saying over and over again on here, is teaching people how to be sensitive to the spirit realm. And when it's a healing or something like that, you can feel the infirmity that's on the person that you're around, that you're supposed to heal, that you're supposed to bless. You can actually feel that. And so it's all about what we've been teaching from day one, is to acknowledge it and don't receive it as your own. Don't receive it as yourself. So when it came upon me, the immediate thought is, man, I'm dealing with that too. This is going to be a crazy broadcast because we're both dealing with, some kind of science stuff going on. But then just to acknowledge it and say, hold up, I'm going to speak peace. I'm going to speak blessing over you and over myself, and we're going to stand in perfect peace. And when I did, it just left. It just left. So that's a perfect example, and that's the whole example about responding to it and not receiving it as your own, but acknowledging it and then releasing it and speaking forth healing.
It's interesting that you say that, because I don't get a whole lot of occasions to be in person with people and heal them and all. So I went to, everywhere I go that they're like, okay, can you see what's inside of me? All right. So I use kind of that X-ray vision technique that I teach people, but then I'll be doing the X-ray vision and then it'll be like, ow, you'll get like this. It's like, oh my gosh. And it'll be it's like a spasm or someone stabbing you or something. It's like, this hurts really bad. I'm like, are you hurting right here? And I'll point to wherever it is. They're like, oh yeah, I did XYZ to that this morning or something. Exactly. So you're right. I will. Some of it, I'll see it. I'll see their lungs, and their lungs are like black or whatever. It's like, ooh, you have emphysema. And so I see a lot of things, but then I will feel what is going on. Yes, you're right about that.
Yeah, we're just moved by the infirmities of the people, and it just gives you a greater burden for healing for the person to actually know what's going on with them. And so that's that deals with addiction and stuff as well. When someone has been addicted to a substance or been in abusive relationships or whatever. And so when you come out of that and you find healing in that, you just had this overwhelming sensation to bring those out of captivity who are dealing with that same stuff, who are in abusive relationships or who are addicted to pills or some type of, you know, alcoholism or something. You have this great sensation to set the captives free as well.
We've already got over here. People love you, Truth Seeker. Got hello. I love you both. Oh, we got an I'm here. Yay. Glad you got here. Finally made it again. Yay. So they're excited to hear it again. Oh, I wish my webcam was working right now. There's someone who wants some healing and they don't have a webcam, but Truth Seeker told you while we're healing people, just go ahead and take that energy and heal yourself.
Also, too, if you have a smartphone, you can download the Google Hangout app and just message us that way. You can actually download it on your cell phone. I mean, even on the last one we did, there was a couple people who came on using their cell phone as well. So yeah, I mean, we deal with clients using their phones all the time.
Oh, that's not a problem. I mean, most people have them, so why not use them? Now, some of these, we can have healing, but you guys also have some lifestyle issues, and even with the healing, there are some physical things that you can do, and it's because if your problem is, oh, I never exercise, I sit on the couch, I eat potato chips all day long, and my back hurts because I'm not exercising it. Well, we can temporarily do some healing on your back, but tomorrow it's going to hurt again.
Yeah.
If you don't do something about it. Here's someone is talking about they've got a sinus infection. Well, a sinus infection, I had to deal with that for years and years and years. Always having sinus infections, and just kind of a practical tip to them. This is beyond the supernatural. Just start taking garlic every day. And if you take garlic every day, it prevents you from getting a sinus infection in the first place. So there are some 3D things that you can be doing to help yourself for these illnesses and all. But we can only do so much. And then if you don't fix your lifestyle, it will just simply come right back.
Yeah. Healing is synonymous with grace. And so it's receiving the grace of God to be healed. This is our right. This is our inheritance. And so that grace empowers you to make those changes. That grace doesn't, it's not like a get out of jail free card. Like, oh, I have this grace to do whatever I want, and then because I know healers or I know psychics or whatever, I can go to them and they can deal with my stuff that I'm going through, and I can continue in a lifestyle or continue doing a certain type of thing that actually brings this this different trauma on. So the grace empowers you to be free and to stay free.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, you can't go out drinking and the next day have a hangover and expect us to help you. You gotta see what you can do. Well, are you ready to bring on the first person?
Sure thing.
Okay, let me hit enter and let me let her know. This is so exciting. We did this last time and it was like, oh my gosh, I have the hiccups. Do I need cured from my hiccups? I was drinking my herbal tea really fast, so that was my hiccups. So who we're going to have on is Karina. So she should be on here probably about 30 seconds or so. I don't know what's going on with Karina, but
probably sinuses. That's what everybody's commenting. Sinuses.
Yep, sinuses. Now, Karina, this is really cool. She's got she's a psychic medium. This is fantastic. She's a psychic medium, and she also, let me click on the link. She's a tarot reader. This is so cool to have people like this coming on. So yeah, she's got a link. It's KarinaDelaney.com is where you can find her there. And then her Facebook is Psychic Medium Karina. While we're waiting for her to get on there. Well, this is cool. I just went, I'm sure you're aware of this, but I went to California and I met a lot of healers when I was in California. So, well, hey, Karina.
Hey,
are we saying your name correctly, Karina?
Yes.
Okay. Psychic Medium Karina.
Yeah, how are you?
Awesome. How are you?
Oh, good. I've been like following you for so long, and I was like, oh my God!
Oh, oh, this is
I
so
saw your
cool.
I saw your video on the airport thing.
Yeah.
That was
That was I don't know if TruthSeekah heard about that. We won't dwell
Yeah,
on it on this video,
I
but
heard about it. I
they got
watched it.
up and personal with Kelly, and
Yeah.
they
that was
the one lady
yeah.
turned my camera off. She wasn't supposed to do that. She's in so much trouble. So anyway, yeah, life goes on, and the reason that I share that with you guys is not to get sympathy, but to let you know what your rights are and how to behave. And I already have somebody lined up, and I'm going to be interviewing them, and they will talk about the real reasons behind TSA, and all that, and what to do when you go through these checkpoints, and how to act and what to say. So I'm going to be interviewing someone. So something positive is going to come out of it. So what's going on with the Karina today? You got some stuff going on?
No, just trying to just took a shower and trying to kind of start my day and everything, and then you messaged me, so I'm like, awesome. So,
Well, cool. Yeah,
yeah.
we were seeing if anybody needed some healing in any form. It doesn't even have to be physical. It can be emotional, anything.
Just kind of like probably clear out some of the I kind of feel like I've been stuck, like just stuck, and I can't do anything. Like I just feel like, so I don't want to do everything. Like I just want to like be left alone. But I know that's not who I am because I want to be able to help. But it's just I've been stuck in this whole like thing where it's like I'm just don't want to do anything.
Well, Truth Seeker can help you with that.
Awesome, awesome.
Awesome. Awesome, Karina. Okay, this is what we'll do. We'll just do a blessing over you. So I just want you to take one of your hands and just hold it up in a form of receiving. And then, so I'm just going to bless you even now. Right now, so we just send forth a blessing to our friend Karina that I just bless her with a renewed vision and a restored vision so that she doesn't do things out of monotony, but that the joy would return to her about why she started doing the things that she loves. And then so in embracing that joy and walking in that joy, I see doors beginning to open up for you, and just begin to walk through those doors, and different people are going to come into your life with opportunities, and that you're going to know that is as you walk in that joy and as you bless other people with that joy, these different opportunities are going to open up for you. And I just want you to receive that even now. We just bless you, and we're just thankful for all of the great things that you're doing and the visions that you have. So everything that you do, let it be done out of your renewed joy, and remember that passion of why you started doing what you're doing now. Just remember that. Don't let it get caught up in the monotony of it, and that I have to do this in order to do this. Just stir up that passion, stir up that joy, and remember the feeling and sensations that came upon you when you first started walking in that calling. And we bless you with that right now.
Okay.
Awesome. You're
So
doing
what
a
else is
lot to
going
help
on?
people, man.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Keep on
And
stepping up.
that will wear you out.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I mean, I've been feeling that already anyway, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, you just got to remember that whenever you're helping people and just being real empathetic and being able to sense the spirit realm, and not to take it personal when you feel the different energies come, and take it like it's strife against you or something, but just to
Yeah,
speak forth that healing and just let it go. That's our big thing, is like carrying other people's burdens. Once we feel it, we just gotta let it go. We gotta speak
yeah,
that healing. Yeah, I feel it all over you right now. It's amazing.
yeah, oh, definitely, definitely. That's what I said. That's why it's been going on for so long. But I'm like, I just, usually you have a passion and drive for things like this, but lately, like, I don't know, I think it's been like since probably, I'm trying to think back, probably since like April, I just like, I don't care, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, I just been like, whatever. So,
Yeah, like I said, just keep going back and just remember that feeling that you had when you started it. Because I mean, we all get into that rut from time to time, and this is something that we all have to do. This is something very practical to go back and remember why we're doing what we're doing, so we don't get caught up in the monotony of it.
oh, absolutely.
Bless you with that.
Thank you. You're awesome.
Can I
Totally
experiment on you a little?
should totally friend him on Facebook.
Can I experiment on you just a little bit?
Oh God, please do.
Okay. Excuse me, pardon my allergies. Now, when you're talking about these blocks, and don't get too literal in any of this. Got to be very figurative in this. When you're talking about these blocks, and you called them a block, is that right?
Yeah, I call him a block. Yeah.
Okay, so you've got some blocks. Go ahead and close your eyes. Now, these blocks have a shape, and they have a color, and they have a location. So look inside yourself, or they could be right outside of yourself, and look and tell me what those blocks look like. Are they brown? Are they yellow? Is it a glob? Is it a star? And where exactly are they located in your body?
One of them, it's almost like if you imagine like a Star of David, the star, okay, but then it's almost like if you look at the whole star, obviously I can't do it with my hands, but one part of it is kind of like crossed off, like right on the hypotenuse. So, and it's almost like it's darker than the other portion. It's almost like it's not flat, but it's almost like a 5 feet. So you can see it rotating.
Okay, now you understand that you have all the answers, and having all the answers, just go inside of yourself and let me know, do you need to get rid of this or do you need to repair it?
What I'm being told is to completely remove it because I feel like it's going to keep coming back and cause more of the strings to be disattached.
Okay. Do you have a method to remove it, or would you like me to help you to remove it? Okay. So what you do is you visualize that inside of you. Visualize it, see what it looks like. You can also feel it. You don't like it. Take it, and you can do it with your imaginary hand, however you want to do this. You reach inside there and you grab it and you pull it out and hold it right here and let me know when you've got it out.
It's out.
Okay. Now that it's out, you go ahead and take a look at it, see what it looks like. You don't want that in there. You don't want that to ever happen again. So you need to kind of see what's going on with it. Examine it first before you get rid of it. And would you rather crumple it up like a piece of paper and throw it away? Or would you like to burn it? Or would you like to throw it away and send it off in space?
I think probably the space is best for me.
Okay, well, go ahead and do that. Okay. Now, do you feel anything else inside of there?
Like it's almost like there's that whole like hollow space, almost like now new things can start to kind of build up on top of that, the ones you just threw away. So it's almost like it's a hologram and you can just start putting stuff in there.
Okay, wonderful. And that's what you do, is you fill it up with wonderful things. That the yuckiness that you took out and you got rid of, you fill up with wonderful things, and understand that that is not ever going to come back. It won't ever come back. You can bring something else new in. Now go ahead and look inside yourself one more time. Do a scan. Do you see any more blocks in there?
No, everything is almost like a golden pinky color, which is awesome. Is what I like.
Wonderful. So how do you feel now?
Like, whoa, like I feel like I can take on the world and be like, yeah, let's go, people, let's go. Who needs help? Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Do it. Do it.
I will. Soon I'll be like, me and TruthSeekah and Kelly, we're all going to do a show.
It's so funny.
It's awesome. And I'm telling you, Kelly, this is what the Spirit has just been telling me. Heal the healers. Heal the healers.
Well,
So everyone who's coming to us is people who are,
sorry to interrupt you, but interesting. Last night I was, I had no idea we were going to do this. This completely came out spontaneous, but last night I was outside, and usually that's where most of it because it's open space. And I felt like there was like a show coming out. Like this was the showing me last night. It's that there's a show and we're going to be like completely overtaken, like almost like we're going to have like a metaphysical shop or something, like where we're going to be like, oh yeah, I know Frida, I know Kelly, I know TruthSeekah, I know whatever. So there's like 5 of us, but I don't know who the other 2 people are. I don't know, it's so weird, but it was so comfortable. Almost like we have this thing going on, like a metaphysical shop, or but it's online. It's not like a physical shop, but it was like, and you were quite well known, and I was like, that was a little far-fetched for me as far as the whole knowing part, but I was like, because I'm in my cocoon. You know, I live in Illinois, so I'm like in my cocoon, but I'm like,
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
That is so cool. Awesome.
Yeah, I've been seeing some stuff like that as well in the past, some visions like that, because I know so many healers and so many people who are gifted in different areas, and so definitely, you know, add me on Facebook, because we may look into that.
Because I don't know how to search for you, because there's so many people that come up under your name.
There's so many people named TruthSeekah.
Yeah, like they spell it differently, but I'm like, I don't want to add the wrong person, and then I'll be like, what?
If you go to my Facebook and you get this post, and I wrote the name TruthSeekah in there, all you have to do is click on his name, and yeah, you'll find him right there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
oh, cool.
Definitely.
So what's going on with you, Kelly? I feel like you have a lot of things going on. I feel like you're about to overexplode.
Yeah, I don't want this to all be about me. We want to do healing and stuff for Derek.
Healing on you.
I know, but I feel like I'm just sorry, but I'm just picking it up because you have this whole like thing that's about to majorly explode, and it's going to be an awesome experience.
Something
later on Facebook. No, here
I'm feeling it too after I went to California, because I was there for 10 days and we did what we did, and it was like, I can't believe. You know, I knew we were going to do some good stuff, but it was like, I can't believe what happened. And this, what you're feeling is I'm seeing it. When that happens to me, I don't want to see all the details because I love adventure. So I haven't looked to see what the details are, but I'm feeling the same thing that you're feeling. And TruthSeekah is going to be involved in some of this. So.
Awesome. No, but it's going to be like majorly huge, majorly.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Yeah. But for some reason, like TLC keeps popping up.
They've contacted me several times, TLC. But you know, the funny thing is, when we did it before, it was their idea of what to do on these shows. Mm-hmm. And now that we're touring and we're doing these specific things, they might just start following me. Who knows? and showing what I actually do instead of what they wanted me to do. So you never know. They might start contacting me again.
It's TLC. Something about TLC definitely going to be the contract pretty soon.
Interesting. Well, that's interesting. Well, we'll see what happens. Well, I'm glad you came on here and we were able to get rid of those blocks, because I looked at your website and everything. And tell everybody where they can find you.
It's www.karinadelaney.com. Sorry, my laptop's about to die, which is not what
Yeah, having a Kelly in the raw moment. I know how that goes.
I hate laptops because they die. It's like I need like one that's walking into the wall. It's www.karinadelaney.com.
KarinaDelaney.com. I've got that one. And then your Facebook is, I lost your Facebook. Crap. Psychic Medium Karina. That was what it was.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on here and letting us experiment with you in public. That was really fun.
What do we do it every day? That would be awesome.
That's so cool. Well, you have an absolute...
I think people would get bored by watching us every day.
Aw. Well, you have a fantastic day. And if anything else comes up, let us know, and we'll see if we can have you back on the show.
Thank you so much, Kelly. You guys have a wonderful day, TruthSeekah. I will definitely find you on Facebook. Awesome.
No doubt. Bless you, man. Bless you.
Yay. We will be seeing you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, so what do you think?
Sometimes it's just those little bitty, people just need help getting over that hill. You know, it's not something big, it seems like, but for that person, it's really big. Just being stuck, going up that hill or going up that mountain, and just being stuck in this place where you can see the top, you can see the vision, you can see the dream, but get stuck. And you know, when you're in that rut, that passion tends to dwindle sometimes. And so yeah, sometimes we just need that extra push to help us get over that hill.
And you know that people who are psychic and all that, the hardest thing to see is yourself.
Exactly.
Other people can see it, but you can't see it, so you keep going through life going, oh, everything's fine. Why does this hurt? I don't know what's going on. Hey, we have Gina on here.
Hi.
Hey, I'm glad you can hear us. Yay.
Yes, actually, I'm hearing two things, so I need to figure out where you are here.
You're here. You're what?
Oh, hold on just a second.
Oh, okay. My bad. My bad. I'm having a hearing problem.
She dropped out.
No, she'll come back. So
Yeah.
that's it. Almost always, if anybody's listening right now and they're about to come on, just remember, if anything goes wrong, leave and then come back.
Yeah.
It's kind of like turning your computer off and on.
Or I think
yeah.
If she can hear, I think what she was doing was she had the live stream up and she came into the group, so she heard us twice. So make sure that you close the live stream out if you're coming in to this private chat. So make sure you guys do that. And I have some people messaging me wanting to come in, but they don't have webcams. So we got to make sure that we have the webcams for the broadcast and everything like that. So like I said, if you have a smartphone, you can download the app and it'll work fine.
Let's see. Okay. Sorry, doing my secretarial duties. So we'll get the next one ready, Jennifer, while we're waiting on her to come back. So she's taking her sweet time.
Yeah.
I wonder what she needs. This is so cool. This is awesome. So what projects do you have going on right now?
I'm going to go ahead and plug something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do some more concerts and stuff like that. I've got so much that I'm working on, but I'm booked right now for a Transformation Festival, September 25th, 26th, and 27th. And so I'll be doing a full concert at the festival. I will be doing that and a workshop as well about manifestation and creating your reality. And so I'm really excited about that. September 25th, 6th, and 7th in Nashville at Further Farms. It's going to be awesome. Should be a flyer and everything released within the next couple of days.
Excellent. That is so necessary. Yeah, we got Gina back.
I'm back. I'm so technically challenged.
Yeah, you're in the right place. You can join my club.
Well, there you go.
How funny.
In a little bit, sweetheart.
You got a wee one there. This is awesome. So what can we do for you today, Gina, to help you?
Oh, well.
What a cutie.
I'm just, Grandma raised my 3 kids, and he can't hear you because I have my headphones on. But why don't you go play for a second? Thank you. Love you. Goodbye.
My name's Kai.
Yes, his name is Kai, which means water in Hawaiian, so, or ocean. Anyways, no, I was just honestly looking for healing and looking for the truth about myself. I'm 50 some odd years old, and I've been taking care of people my whole life. And I raised my grandkids. I love them very much. I've raised my daughter. I love her. But I don't know. It's like an internal cleansing that I need. Just to set me back on the path that I know that I'm supposed to be on, because I don't feel like I'm following the way that I should. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, I'm taking notes.
That makes sense? Okay.
I'm taking notes.
Take all the notes you want. I'm here. So, but no, it's just, physically I need healing. Emotionally I need healing. Spiritually I need healing. And there's like this destination that I know that I'm supposed to reach, and I keep striving for it, and it's not there.
And now, why do you think it's not there? What is your, like, if you had to sit back and look, like, take a step back and look at your life and go, what is she doing wrong?
Right.
What does that look like?
Well, I feel like I put up roadblocks for, as I have so many other people that rely on me. I put up roadblocks for myself to get to where I need to be, and basically that's it. You know, it's not. It's my own physical being. It's more just spiritually I need to head one way, and the physical world takes me another way.
Okay.
And I want to go the spiritual route inside, but everything else tells me, no, you have to take care of this, you have to take care of that.
Okay. Now, who got you into this place? Did somebody force you to take these children on?
Well, I did. No.
There you go. There you go.
No. I know it's me. That's why I'm saying it's like I build my own roadblocks, and they're good roadblocks to some degree.
What would life be like if you got rid of those roadblocks?
You know, oh, you're breaking up.
Oh.
Got you back.
Okay. So what would life be like if you got rid of those roadblocks that you purposefully put in place?
I feel like it would be, I would be able to do what I need to do what I want to do in my life, and it's like I love being there for other people. I do love healing and for being a part of other people's lives, but I just need my own time for my own thing, I guess, at this point in my life. You know, I'm a menopausal old woman, so.
So you're basically focusing on other people and neglecting yourself and your own needs.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know that ultimately you're not going to be as good a caregiver if you continue to do that. I mean,
correct.
I think you know this.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. I mean, I'm going through it right now. And my best friend told me, she goes, it's like you're going through the motions, Gina, of being there for the kids and being there for my husband and being there for everybody else, but it's like you've shut down. And I don't want to shut down.
Because you're overwhelmed, and that's what your body naturally does, is shut down when you're overwhelmed. Well, TruthSeekah, you go first, because I've got a list of things to do to her.
Oh, gosh.
Let TruthSeekah go. Well, TruthSeekah just opens this up for some.
No.
You just see the pretty part of my house. Everybody goes, your house is so gorgeous, Kelly. And it's like, no, you can't see over there. So don't worry. Yours is just in front of the camera and mine's not.
Well, I think it's the perfect background for you just because of the motherly spirit that you possess. And you're just watching over your entire family. And that's a lot of work. It's a heavy burden to carry, and not everybody is fit to fulfill that role. And so we're just thankful for people like you to step up when other people may slack or other people may be going through things that life gets a little bit too hard. There you are, stepping up to help. And so that is such a blessing, because in the midst of that, you are walking in your calling. You are walking in your spiritual role as a mother and as a lover and as a caregiver. So that right there, it speaks volumes over anything spiritual or esoteric that we may desire. But the same thing with going to that place where you can just kind of let go of the cares of the day, to let go of the responsibilities of this life, just even for a minute. Just a place where you can get just for a minute. So what I want to tell you, and I know it's going to seem hard because you have so much of a burden and so much responsibility for your family and things to do. What I'll tell you is just get up a few minutes earlier. The time that you normally get up. And I know it's hard. Trust me. I know I'm saying a lot. It sounds easy. Oh yeah, just get up a few minutes earlier.
Oh yeah.
But I know that sleep is much needed and much deserved. But if that's the only place that you can find those few minutes, you have to do it. Either stay up a little bit earlier, get up a little earlier, or stay up a little bit later. Whichever one's easier for you.
3 o'clock.
That's what I'm saying. Give yourself 30 minutes. Because that 30 minutes can be the foundation for the rest of your day. When you get up those few minutes earlier and you just spend time and going into the secret place, reading a book and communing with Source and getting direction for your dreams, for your goals, for your aspirations to make them happen. And obviously it starts with your family. It obviously starts with the family. That's why I say your background and scenery is perfect for you. You have the apron on and everything. It's perfect.
Oh God.
So what I want to do right now, I just want to bless you right now, okay? And so just like the last lady who came on, where she was just feeling, the struggles of the world, and the heaviness and the monotony of life, where we just like in this cycle that I know what's going to happen when I get up, and I know my role for the day, and so that passion kind of dwindles away somewhere, but it's still there. So what we're going to do, I just want you to receive. I want you to raise your hands, and we're going to receive. And right now we're just going to blow upon that fire that's inside of you to restore you to the joy and those passions and things that are within you. We just release those to come forth right now, to come to fruition, all of the desires. And right now they're just going to begin to manifest as you find time in the secret place to begin to speak these things out. You're going to have to just speak them out, literally. You can think them in your heart, you can think them in your mind, but as you confess with your mouth, you're going to begin to see things change, not only in your life, but in the life of your family member as well, because you have the spirit of an intercessor upon you, so that the things that you say and the burden that you carry over people will be loosed by you confessing it. It may not look like it's going to go anywhere. It may look like it's a dead-end road. But as you, as a mother, begin to confess these things over your family and over friends and people, you're going to begin to see these strongholds to be loosed off of people. And so I want to bless you with that. And that's what you're going to do in the wee hours of the morning. When everyone else is still sleeping, you're going to make a sacrifice. And you're going to get up just a few minutes earlier to spend time with Source. And you're going to call out their names. I see you just calling their names out. And in the midst of that, just seeing chains and bondages and addictions and things like that fall off of people. So right now I just bless you with the spirit of renewal, with a spirit of refreshing to come upon you, so that those chains that you've been carrying and those weights and those burdens that are not yours, we just bless you with a burden that is easy and a yoke that is light, that you will enjoy life, that you will enjoy your calling, and that you will know what it is that you're supposed to do on a daily basis. It doesn't have to be some big grandiose scheme, but it's very practical. But you walk and speak with power and authority over your family.
Thank you.
Bless you with that.
Oh, bless you. Oh my gosh, that was great. You're such a cutie. Oh my gosh.
He is a cutie, isn't he? I get news all the time about him.
He has a good spirit. I can see it.
I can't tell you half the things they tell me about him, but cutie, I can say that in public.
Y'all got me blushing.
So, can I do an experiment on you? Is that
okay? Sure. Okay. Have at it.
Okay. Go ahead. Now, you have strings from all of these people that are attached to you. Mm-hmm. Now, you can close or open your eyes, doesn't matter. Closing sometimes helps. Visualize, where are these strings attached to you, and what do they look like? These strings of obligation.
Okay, they're attached to my heart, and they're all white.
And they're all white. Okay. Are they clumped all together kind of in a group, or are they just kind of miscellaneously placed?
They're separate, but some of them feather off into other things. But they're all separate from, I guess, the closest people to me. You know, and then they feather off from there.
Okay, okay. Now, these are strings that are not good. These are the ones I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the love you have for them or in anything like that, the dedication that you have. But this is obligation. This is something that's a negative feeling. You feel obligated to do that. It's not coming from the heart. Therefore, you are going through the motions.
Hold on. My grandson is...
There we go. Case in point.
Go. No, you've had dinner. Go. You should have eaten your dinner. If you want chocolate cake, you have to eat your dinner. I'm on the phone. I love you. I'll talk to you later. I love you. We'll discuss it later. Goodbye. I love you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, we kind of have an understanding of what you're dealing with now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do. I have cats. My kids are grown up. I have cats, so I understand. Cats are easier to deal with.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Well, you have.
And they can pee and poop by themselves.
That's right. Go on your own. So, well, these strings of obligation are attached to you by these people. They have attached these strings to you. These are not things that you have attached. So you feel like you are obligated now, and you're not doing it from the heart, and there's an obligation to do this. So deep down inside of you, and I know it sounds crazy, it does not make you a bad person, but you're resentful. You get resentful for this obligation because you're not allowed to express. So what we're going to do, you're going to take those strings that are coming in there, and it's okay to do this, and it has nothing to do with how much you love them or how much you're going to take care of them in the future. You are just going to detach those strings. So you're going to detach that feeling of being obligated. We're going to do that. So go ahead and envision those strings and take a sword. A sword is kind of like a lightsaber. It's a laser. And cut those cords. Go ahead and cut them right off of your body. Don't leave any of them there.
Okay.
Okay. Do you feel any of them still attached?
No.
Okay, wonderful. So now you are free of the obligation. So now while you're free of the obligation, what I want you to do is a short visualization of healing them, because they attached for some reason. They have needs. They have a lot of needs. So visualize all their needs being met without you being involved. So go ahead and look at that in your mind and see what that looks like.
That's a lot of people. Okay.
Okay. Now, how did that feel to give them what they needed, but you were not obligated to do it, and you shared it from your heart? What did that feel like?
It actually felt like a weight lifted off of me.
So now you feel that attitude. You feel, you know what it feels like now. You know what it feels like to be obligated. You know what it feels like to actually give from the heart and love what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that will maybe help you in the future to kind of evaluate, like, where am I right now? Oops, the strings are back.
Right, yeah, like I can stop and I can cut them myself and take a step back and realize my path is my path and their path is their path.
There you go.
I can be there to help them. I can be there to love them. I can be there to help them focus, but I don't have to carry their burden.
Yes, yes. Doesn't that feel better?
Mm-hmm. That feels great. It's really good. Yeah.
And just remember, you can always go back to this place. You can always go back to that place.
I'm a good visualizer, so it's good. Yeah.
And get creative.
Yeah,
Thank you, Gina.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys taking me in. Oh my gosh. I was like, wow. She wants me to be on her show. Here's my big headphones, and
There you go. Not as big as my green ones I used to have.
Oh, there. No, I've seen all that.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you so much, and have a blessed day and a wonderful
Bless you.
life, and I'll keep watching y'all. So
Excellent.
All right.
Mwah.
My friend.
Okay. Thank you.
Love you. You have a wonderful day.
Love you too. Blessed day. Bye.
Namaste. I just figured out how to pronounce that the other day.
Namaste.
Yeah.
Namaste.
Namaste? Namaste? What? It's like
Namaste.
Greetings? Greetings from Earth?
Yes. Greetings. I don't know. Namaste.
Okay, so you, from
right.
your heart, you go take care of them now.
I will. Thank you so much. Thank you both.
Bless
See
you.
ya.
Okay,
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Oh, that's so cool. So what do you think, TruthSeekah?
It's awesome. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I love being in the infinite energy and being able to send it and receive it as well. I mean, it's like I'm kind of rewarded for doing it, because once I did what Spirit led me to do, I was sitting there receiving it myself. So I had different healing in areas that I need and stuff. I'm sitting there receiving it and kind of trembling under that power as well. So it's a euphoric feeling that I love so much, and I love to be able to do this and people receive it and report back that it's tangible.
They're really responding to you very well when you do the blessings and all that. You get them into that place. I'm seeing that.
As long as it's tangible, like it's not a visual thing for me, but as long as they can feel it, that's the big thing for me. You know, as long as they can feel that energy or feel that power, come through. Let me see. Do you have the
Uber conference.
Uber
You have. I don't know what Uber conference is.
Do you have one?
I don't know. I'm poking over here and you're poking over there. Trying to find out what
it's probably not going to work. It actually allows you to take phone calls, but it has so many glitches. It has so many glitches in it though, so that's the thing.
Okay, there's another one that needs help with the pain.
Okay. Hey, first I want to I got a guy, the guy who wanted to come on but didn't have the cam. I just want to send some healing to him. Oh,
go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, he's in the Netherlands, and he's a supporter of everything that I'm doing, and a friend on Facebook, and I'm gonna try to pronounce his name. Elko, EELCO, Elko. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but I'm gonna try. And you know who I'm talking about. You're watching right now, so I'm just gonna send you some energy as well. And so some of the blockages that you're going through, some of the different financial situations right now, we just speak to those walls and command them to crumble right now. And as you walk in your destiny, and as you do the things that Spirit has led you to do, and helping people that are coming into your life, as you help people, you're going to in turn help yourself. So just stay on the path that you're on. We speak that blessing over you right now, and just to flow over you like a mighty river. And so everything that you do is going to be blessed. Everything that you touch is going to be blessed. We speak healing to your physical body even now, and we command your body to line up with your spirit, and so your body to be whole even as your spirit is whole even now. We just bless you, brother. Did we lose somebody?
Oh yeah. See, that was Jennifer. She came on and went back away. Let me see. Let me see what's going on with her. Oh, she's typing. She's like, what the frick? Maybe she does not. Oh, she's still trying. But I saw you, but you went away. There. Yeah, when you do these things that just, life happens. I was trying to, Ray, I had met her at the workshop, and she's over here. I'm trying to get a hold of her to see if I can get her on, because she wanted to be on there, and she's not responding. So, and here's someone that needs help with their pain. Oh, that would be fantastic. Let me contact her. Here comes Jennifer.
Everything that you touch is going to be blessed. We should be.
Okay, there you go. Oh, hey, Jennifer.
To your physical body.
Hey, Jennifer, can you hear us?
And we command your.
We'll find out. Jennifer, are you there, Jennifer?
Yeah.
Okay, there you are. Yeah, just go ahead and stop the video, or mute the video. And yeah, I can't see you. You're like a black square.
Yeah, I can't see.
Okay, let's see.
Well, we'll run. Yeah, we'll run with what we got. Okay, can you go ahead and the video that's playing? Can you pause that?
Huh? Yeah, I was just trying to get my camera to work real quick.
I don't think she has headphones.
Okay.
Headphones? Oh,
Yeah.
do we need headphones
Yeah.
for this? Because I just have a webcam with a mic.
Okay, I can't see her. That's what happened. And that's why we ask you guys to wear headphones, is because you get that echo. that fun echo.
Sorry.
So while we're doing that,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
my
I apologize.
allergies are better. Thanks, TruthSeekah. Allergies are better. Yeah, she's trying to get the camera right. If your camera's gonna work, you need to leave and come back for the camera to work. But make sure you have headphones when you come back. And we will go from there.
Here it is.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, we've got even more people over here lined up. Oh my gosh. Aw, they're so sweet. They're like, you're touching my heart. I have audio notes in the room. Aww. We might have to come back to Jennifer. I'm sorry.
Oh, you can't see me? Oh, it says my camera's
No, we can't see you, but you need headphones on. Because it's creating an echo. When you put headphones on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can get headphones, actually.
Okay.
Do you have to end the call to do that? Or... I don't know.
No, I mean just every time we talk we echo until you get headphones on.
There's your video.
There, now we can see you. Now we can see her. We'll see what happens. Okay, there she is. Now she's going to go get headphones.
Hello?
Hola. ¿Cómo estás?
Hola, amigo.
Yeah, I don't think that helped any.
Oh, it helped tremendously. it helped. Okay, now that was not helpful.
Yeah.
How can we edit out this part?
Is it still echoing?
Yeah. Did you plug it in?
I plugged it in, but then I couldn't hear you guys.
Okay, because we'll have to get rid of the echo. So you might want to go ahead and leave the room and see if you can, get the things plugged in and come back. I'm sorry if you're echoing. I'm sorry. So go ahead and try that. Sorry for the technical difficulty.
All right. Well, I suppose we'll have to try again another time.
I'm sorry about that.
No, I am too. All right.
But we'll get it fixed. Yeah, get a good set of headphones, and we'll go from there. So.
Okay.
Jennifer, we'll try this again.
All right. Have a good one.
Okay. Bye. Oh,
Just
sorry
try to
about
get
that.
your headphones, your audio to come through your headphones only. And if it is, turn it down a lot, because sometimes with those big headphones, the audio still comes out, and you'll still have that echo coming out of the headphones. Back into your
I think
mic.
what was happening was she had them on, she couldn't hear us, so she unplugged it again, and we started echoing again.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
Gotta get that to
Yeah,
work.
I wish Ray would. Okay, Joanne. Let me see if I can message Joanne. She's very grumpy today and irritated, trying to chill out.
You don't need to come on here.
That's right. So your leg. There we go. There, we'll see if Joey comes on.
Yeah, we did a whole webinar once where there was that echo, and I didn't know it, and it was broadcasting live to everybody, but there was that echo, and it was just like no way that they could keep up.
And it drives you crazy too.
That was good. Like our session was good. It was coming through great, but there was just so much echo on the other side. It's like, oh man, yeah.
This one, you might be able to answer this while we're waiting for her to get here. Hey guys, Ashley from the last video. I'm still having trouble connecting to my higher self or God consciousness, even after the exercises. Is there anything else that would help me move farther along? What are you feeling about that? Why can't she connect?
Why can't she connect? Sometimes it's like persistence is the key, you know. It's not about having a quick fix. It's about finding out the root of what's going on and nipping it in the bud and seeing whatever you have that's blocking that energy from coming, or for walking in your destiny, fulfilling your dreams. So sometimes there are things in our life that prevent us. I know personally, when I was going through some things on a personal sanctification process, Spirit told me to get rid of some things, and it was some things really close and near to my heart, and I would spend time in meditation and prayer, and I would feel that energy coming. This was blissful, loving energy, and it would hit a brick wall, and it would turn around and leave. And every time that it happened, I knew it was because of the idolatry that I had in my heart towards, whether it was it's different for everybody. I had, like, Spirit told me to give up music, a certain type of music, and I was like, no, I'm not. And so it was just dialogue between me and God about me keeping the things I love over walking in my destiny. It wasn't that Spirit didn't want to give me that or let me have that music. It was just like a personal thing to say, okay, who do you love more? Do you love me and the plans I have for you, or do you love that music more? So, and it's nothing about taking it away, because Spirit always gives it back and just blesses it, back to you. So, and I went about 3 years like that, and I would still try to be in different healing meetings and things like that, and I could feel it and I could sense everything going on. But when it would come upon me and I could feel it so blissful, and it would hit a wall and turn around, it's like, yep, you got to deal with your idolatry. You got to deal with those things that I'm revealing to you if you want to get to the next level. And that lasted about 3 years for me. And even though I seemed well and everything was going well, it was an inward torment, So whatever it is, just, allow Spirit to search your heart and reveal to you the things that you have that takes first priority, that maybe you can cut out, that's getting in the way of walking in your fullness right now. And sometimes it's as practical as that. It can be something very small, but just be obedient. The scriptures even testify, says obedience is better than sacrifice. So just be obedient to the call of God, like whatever you're feeling, whatever Spirit's revealing to you. Don't try to put it off, because you can't. It's just going to keep coming back until you deal with it. So hopefully, that would help some people out there. That's a practical example of things that is kind of across the board as universal. And some people don't even like to talk about that stuff. And so unless we talk about it, nobody's going to get healing from it. So it could be that simple. Getting rid of it. And there was times and it would just go deeper and deeper, just like an onion, just kind of revealing the different layers of my heart and the things that were closer to my heart than God was, you know what I'm saying? And so I had to get rid of them. And it wasn't that they were bad. It was just that I had them on a pedestal above, my Creator. And so I had to get rid of those things, whether I was playing in a band at the time, or into music, or clothing, or my earrings and my piercings and all this kind of stuff. Like, those were things that I had built up as an idol in my heart. And so whatever it is, pornography, addictions, whatever, like people people have different things that they have to deal with, and so it's different for everybody. So just be obedient to calling.
And some of them, they say, I'm having trouble connecting, and it might not be that they're having trouble connecting. Maybe they're just not feeling something, and you don't always have to feel anything.
True.
Absolutely.
I like the feeling, though. The feeling is awesome. I love the feeling, but it doesn't. You're right. It's not. We can't go by what we feel because there's so many different.
Is this Joanne that we've got here now? Joanne?
Hello.
I think it is.
Hey, my friend. Love your hair.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
Ooh, look at that. Samantha wants to do something like that to her hair.
I had to bleach it though. Kills your hair a little bit. It's a bit dead at the ends now. It's bleached. So
Yes,
yeah.
it does. Oh, I love your
But it looks
accent.
amazing.
Oh yeah, I forget I'm English.
Oh, I love that.
I got a new job. I work for Asda, which is Walmart as well, isn't it? And we have an American training as well. Like, listen to them talk because they sound different to us. Did that make sense?
A little bit. It's kind of hard to understand with your accent. You might have to slow it down a little bit for us. We're in the South, so.
Yeah, I talk to people in England and stuff, and they all have wildly different accents. I know they all kind of sound similar, but some are so thick you cannot understand what they're saying.
This is a Yorkshire accent. So I'm from Yorkshire.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey
that's
up.
The motherland.
Yeah.
God's own country. That's what they call it.
Yeah, I've gone through England. I never stopped. I was always going somewhere else. Anyway, well, what's going on with you today?
My knee's been really bad. I get a lot of pain in my left knee. I have like issues with cartilage, and I just get like heat, swelling, just sharp pains in it. I don't know if they've mentioned me having surgery, but I don't know how to pick it up and to deal with it because I don't know if that'll fix it. But I have no cartilage, so basically the bone on the bone wears.
Ooh.
So and they mentioned me weight. I'm not skinny, but they mentioned me weight, trying to get weight off. But I struggle with my weight and getting thinner.
Okay. Well, we will help you, definitely.
Thank you.
Anything else before we start?
Just my knee, really.
Awesome.
Okay, TruthSeekah.
All right, here we go. So I just want you to close your eyes. And I want you to just receive. I want you to receive and believe that all things are possible. All things are possible. If you believe it, you can have whatsoever you ask the Father if you believe it and receive it. So I'm believing with you. I'm joining my faith with you, and I'm just going to speak to your physical body even now. And so right now, I speak to your cartilage right now in that knee. I speak forth healing. I speak forth blessing right now to your knee. So all of the pain to cease. Right now, all the pain to cease. And I believe that you're going to feel a burning sensation in there. But this isn't the painful sensation. This is going to be that euphoria. It's going to be a heat coming to your knee right now. So right now, we speak to the cartilage to line up right now with the blessing and the healing right now, which is our divine right. We speak to that cartilage and say, be made whole, to expand right now, that she won't even need surgery, that we believe in miracles. We believe that we create it as we speak it. So right now we speak to that cartilage and to that knee and say, be made whole even now, to come under the authority of the sons and daughters of God, to respond to my voice, to right now the healing touch, to move, the fire of God to move right now upon my friend. And even as there's healing coming to your knee, I believe there's healing coming to your entire body, to your entire being. Because right now, I just want to tell you that you are loved by your Creator. You are loved by Source. And there's nothing that you need outside of you to be fulfilled. Everything is within. And there's this overwhelming love for you. That God loves you, your family loves you, we love you, and we believe in you. And so those things that you want, those things that you're believing for, we just understand that they are yes and amen, and that they will happen. And so the things that have started in you, we're going to see them finished out, that they're going to come to fruition right now. So we speak peace and healing from the top of your head to move down your body, down your back, past your knee, touch your knee to the bottom of your feet to be made whole now. We command it to be so. Now. Healing, peace. Receive it and believe it, and I just want you to see it. I just want you to see it happening. I just want you to see yourself walking around without any pain. I want you to stretch forth your leg, and so the healing touch just to be all in, just in that cartilage even now. I see it happening, and we join our faith with you right now. We speak to the things that are not as though they were, even now. Thank you for the blessing.
Thank you.
Believing with you, friend. How does it feel?
Not much different. He's been hurting me all day. I do feel the heat in it though. It feels quite hot, especially above.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Let me ask you this: Are you taking any magnesium?
I was, but I stopped because I think one of the doctors says to me, your body just wheezes it out. So basically, you're just making expensive urine by taking that. There's no point.
Huh.
And I just take a load of supplements, and you say, "What's the point?" No, I don't do anything. No, just stop taking them.
I've had problems with my knees as well, climbing in and out of vehicles and trucks. I deliver parts for a living, so climbing in and out of trucks, my knees would give me pain, and then I would see older women beating me without the pain doing it, and they took magnesium, and once I started taking it, it totally helped me. So definitely talk to the doctor about that. I'm not a physician, but that's what I would recommend.
Definitely, I'll give it another go. Yeah, absolutely.
And I want you to speak to it. I want you to speak to your knee. And sometimes it's not instant. Sometimes it takes a while. But even as you feel that healing touch, or you feel that fire there, I want you to speak to it. That's your knee. That's your leg. I want you to speak to it and command it to line up. I want you to see yourself walking around. I want you to see yourself being made whole, even as your spirit's whole. And so this may be a daily thing. You may have to speak to it every morning and just command it to line up. So to speak to that pain and ask for the healing spirits to be with you. To speak healing over it. Sometimes it's an instant healing, sometimes it's daily. But right now I'm just speaking that with you, I'm believing with you. So it's like I said, sometimes it's a daily process. And you do the things that you know that you have to do, okay?
Totally. It does feel really hot though, it's bizarre. It feels like literally, because normally the kneecap, but like above it's like proper hot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ooh, I could cook an egg on there.
Yeah, that's awesome. So there's some resistance there. So I'm gonna speak to it again, okay? We're gonna try again, and I'm believing with you right now for all of the pain to subside right now. I command it in my rightful authority as a son of God, the son of the Elohim, to be present with my friend right now. Healing touch from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, to be healed and made whole. We speak to your physical body. Peace, be still, even now. So if there's any doubt and any fear and any unbelief, we command it to leave. So anything that wants to hold you back, and we speak to any excuses too. There's excuses that are being made up, and so we just speak to those to be removed as well. So anything that's allowed you to say, well, this is mine. This is something that's a part of me. It's not a part of you. It's not. It's your body to be made whole, even as you are whole. Amen.
Thank you.
Can I do a little experimenting on you? I'm the experimenter.
It's all good.
Okay. Now on the supplements, there's, I have to say some things legally, and then I'll give you my opinion. Legally, always talk to your doctor before you do anything. But as your doctor's position, magnesium is hurting you and it's interfering with your other medications, or I just don't think it works. What is his attitude or her?
It just says you don't think it works. It just says that you weigh it out. Basically, you're just making yourself of expensive weed. There's no point taking it. Your body pees it out. You can't build it up, so there's no point.
So why, what allowed you to believe that doctor and not believe yourself? Why did you believe him over what you knew to be right?
I'm believing him less and less now, especially when they go and they've said to me, we can't do anything with your pain, you're going to be like this forever. Well, not forever, they said for a long time, and there's no fix. So, yeah. I don't know why I believed him.
Okay, so now you just kind of answered your own question, right, on what you're going to do in the future. You're going to follow your instincts. Go on Google. You can be your own expert. Go on Google. Find out those supplements that will support what you need, support it, and make those decisions, those independent decisions. Always ask your doctor if it will interfere with anything that's going on with you. But yes, you need to take, get your independence back, get your sovereignty. You are responsible for your health, not your doctor, and you have to take responsibility for that. So, on the weight, what is blocking you on losing weight?
I don't honestly know. I mean, I've thought about it a lot, and I've did a lady called Teal Swan, and I think one of the things she did, and then when I asked myself why I was gaining it, why I was keeping the weight, and the answer was protection. So I think it's a protective thing. I don't know what I'm scared of, but yes, I think that's the weight. Because I don't particularly eat that much, but my weight will not leave me. Sorry, my computer went.
We can still see you.
So, yeah, we can see you. Can you see us?
Yes. You're not moving, but I can see you.
Okay. Now, protection. Go ahead and go. Let's go a little step deeper and see. Protection. Take a look inside yourself and look at what happened for you to protect yourself. And if it's too personal, don't say. You can just say, I see it. I don't want to talk about it. Or you can let us know what you see. But look inside. What happened? Was it one thing? Was it something that happened to you over a period of time? Did you have an issue with your parents, arguing, being divorced, and you wanted to protect yourself from having a relationship with someone so that you don't get hurt? What are you protecting?
I don't honestly know. I'm sorry.
Okay. See if you can connect to your higher self and see if your higher self can tell you.
I'm with you. Sorry, I'm just getting pop-ups. How do you do that, Kelly?
Okay. You just close your eyes, and I'm going to use a technique that Dwayne taught me. So this is not my technique. This is from Dwayne. And you're going to be taken into a state of God consciousness. So you'll be breathing in. When you breathe out, you want that little snake to wind down your spine, to feel the energy of the God consciousness winding down your spine. And then when you breathe back in, it will be winding back up your spine. It will come to the base of your head, and it will come out as wings, like the caduceus. So if it didn't work the first time, just do it one more time and lift yourself up into another vibration, into another dimension where you can see the problem from outside your body.
I think it's a few things, to be honest. I don't think it's one particular thing.
I was feeling that.
I feel like there was something in my energy that attracts certain people to me that gets a certain behaviour, maybe.
An abusive type behavior, not supportive.
I wouldn't say abusive, but not supportive. Like, for example, it was my birthday recently, and I set up like for a party. Every single person let me down. Nobody came, and that kind of support kind of thing.
Okay, and what else do you see?
I had two words coming to mind. I don't know why. I thought fat bitch. I don't know. I'm sorry. That's how probably I see myself.
Okay, so you have some negative self-talk going on as well.
Yes.
Okay. And do you see anything else?
I probably do. I just don't know how to read myself properly. I'm not that advanced.
Well, you went from I don't know what's wrong to giving me 3 answers. How you feel about that?
Yeah.
See, you're able to get outside of yourself and look and see what the problem is. So I've got 3 recommendations for you on that. The internal critic. Go look up Dwayne Hartman, the internal critic, and get rid of that internal critic. He has a really good method of doing that. Of getting that voice that's inside of you talking to you. That is a program. This is the way he's explained it. That internal critic is a program that you have been conditioned to use. That internal critic is not you. It is the society telling you you don't fit in to what we say is the standard. So get rid of the internal critic with him. Also, it looks like you're going to need to set some boundaries. So I have a feeling you don't have any boundaries in place with people in relationships. Is it like, oh, I'm just thankful to have a friend that I'll accept anything and everything you give? Is that kind of how you get yourself in that spot?
Yeah, I don't have many friends.
So yeah, if you set boundaries, and boundaries comes from loving yourself, and loving yourself is stopping that internal voice that tells you, you know, I'm not going to say what you said. That tells you I'm not good enough. I'm not okay. I'm whatever. Then you will develop a self-love, and from that self-love, you will be able to naturally set boundaries and go, I love you, but you're not going to cross this line. You know, it's because it's not good for me. Also, expectations. Your expectations are, and I know it's going to sound horrible, but your expectations are unreasonable. And you might invite 5 people to a party, and you expect at least one person to show up, and nobody shows up. Then your expectations were unrealistic. What you can do about that is set your expectations at 0. Now, that doesn't mean lowering your standards. There's a huge difference. Setting your expectations at 0. I'm going to have a party, and I don't expect anybody to show up. So if nobody shows up, you get what you expected. If people show up, then it's a bonus. You got more than you expected. So look at your life and see how many times you're setting yourself up to fail. You know, for me, it was Mother's Day. You know, I expected a call from my son when he was about 15, 16 years old, when he was in that range. I did not get a phone call from my son, so it just devastated me because I had the expectation of doing it. So the next year, I was like, I don't expect anything from him at all. And he called me, and it was the world to me when he called me. So when you set your expectations, and they're met, there really is no happiness in life and no joy. But if you go into every situation with no expectations, then everything is a blessing and everything is wonderful for you. So those are kind of the 3 things that I see from what you were saying was having to do with your weight issues. That would be helpful. That internal critic will help you start to love yourself. Yeah. And that's where it begins. When you love yourself, then you don't abuse yourself with food. I used to abuse myself with food, and I still do occasionally. And whenever I do it, there is a reason, and it's I don't love myself on the level that I should, and that's why I allow myself to hurt my body with food. Yeah. So is there anything you want to say or anything?
It's all, I love all this kind of stuff. I find it really fascinating. I like to see. I like to see how other people view me and how I come across some things. I'm like, really? Am I? I'm just fascinated. And you're talking to me, I'm really excited.
Oh, this is cool. This is cool. But you know, I hope that you understand now that you can come outside of yourself and look down at your situation and figure it out yourself. That you're not clueless. It's not that you don't know what's going on. Just get in a higher position, look down, and you can do this without us.
Definitely. Thank you.
Hey, good. How's your knee feel now?
Warm. I'm just rubbing it. It's unbelievably hot, but Yeah. Do I need to do anything, or is it just going to go away by itself, do you think?
Like I said, I would continue to speak to it and just kind of walk on it and just kind of build that strength back up. But I'm believing supernaturally that the cartilage is going to come back and be 100% well. Now this may not be instantly, but as you feel that heat for us speaking to it, you know that there's something there. So I want you to do that. I want you to speak to it and put your hand upon it daily, and you can actually command the pain to leave. You can command healing to go to that cartilage. And I want you to do that daily, and I want you to believe it to work. Even if you don't see any results when you do it, just keep, walk in faith towards that. And also, I want to do just a little work as well. I want you to receive with the word curses that were spoken against you, right? We want to sever that. So all of the different things that people have said to you that have led you to believe certain things about yourself, that you've kind of received what these people say about you versus what God says about you. And then so if we don't know who we are, we're susceptible to believe what these other people think we are. And really their opinion really doesn't even matter. But it's just something that we do. We kind of go with the flow, and when someone says it, or we hear that someone said it, not even to us personally, we can, well, I am this and I am that, So right now we just want to cut those, okay? We want to sever those ties that are on you and just sucking your energy away. We want to bless you with that, okay? All right, so same thing. I just want you to close your eyes. I just want you to receive peace right now from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. We just bless you. And so right now we sever any ties. We cut any cords from any word curses that were spoken over our friend. Any word curses that were spoken to her. Anything that wants to suck her energy away and take from her, that has no rightful place to be there. So any outside sources that are there from her when she was a child, when she was a young girl, that were spoken, and she came into agreement with those things. Right now, we cancel the contract with those word curses, and we command them to be null and void, that she is whole, that she is beautiful, and that she is not a fat bitch. She is beautiful, whole, lovely, created in the image of God to do good things, to fulfill the goals and dreams that she has for her life. Right now we speak to those curses and we say, be thou removed, and we speak blessings upon my friend. She's beautiful. Her hair is beautiful. Everything about her is beautiful and whole. So with that, I just want you to repeat after me a couple affirmations, okay? And you could say it with your eyes closed still. I just want you to say, and I want you to claim it. I want you to speak it over your body, okay? Because when you open your mouth, things happen, okay? I want you to say, I am perfect, whole, and complete, just the way that I am.
I am perfect, whole, and complete, just the way I am.
I want you to say, I love and respect myself.
I love and respect myself.
I want you to say it again. Say it like you mean it. I love and respect myself.
I love and respect myself.
I want you to say, it's okay to love myself.
It's okay to love myself.
Now as I continue to evolve.
Now as I continue to evolve.
My body is a temple, and I want to treat it with love and respect.
My body is a temple, and I want to treat it with love and respect.
And the final one, I want you to say, my body is a gift.
My body is a gift.
And I want you to believe that. I want you to know that you're beautiful. That's all I want to tell you, that you're beautiful. And that whatever you want to be, whatever you want to do, those dreams and aspirations, they're for you. They're not for anyone else. And so you create your reality, you create your future, and so don't believe what others have said about you. Like, those people have even moved on and they've gone on about your life, but you've been stuck in that same place, in that same rut years ago. So like I say, even now we just sever those ties and we're believing with you. And I hope you receive that. I hope you receive that love that we're just speaking over you. that you're loved and you're beautiful, you're more than a conqueror, and that you're created in the image of God, and you're perfect just the way you are.
Thank you.
And even when you feel that doubt, he's lying, he's just telling me that, I want you to speak that up over yourself. I just want you have to not just believe it, but confess it, okay? Physically open your mouth and speak it out. And so all those voices and things that want to come in and bring doubt and neglect and excuses, you can silence the mouth of the accuser. So understand who you are and not let people tell you who you are and what you're worth. And that goes for everybody watching.
Awesome.
Cool. Can I experiment on you now?
Can I open my eyes yet?
Yeah, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Is it okay if I experiment on you just a little bit?
Feel free.
Oh, okay. Are you good at visualizing things? Can you see things clearly in your mind?
I try.
Okay, we'll try this then, because like I said, it's an experiment. Do this. Take your hand and put it on your chest, right there. And you want to use your right hand because it's going to be sending out energy. What you're doing is you're creating a loop, an energy loop that's coming from inside you, coming back around and creating a loop. So while you're doing that, you say, I love you. So go ahead and tell yourself, you're talking to yourself.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you. Choking on it. I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
You are beautiful.
You're beautiful.
You are talented.
You're talented.
You have a wonderful personality.
You have a wonderful personality.
Everybody wants to be your friend.
Everybody wants to be your friend.
Everybody wants to be around you.
Everybody wants to be around you.
You are full of excitement and bubbly energy.
You are full of excitement and bubbly energy.
And I love you.
And I love you.
Okay, now anytime you feel like crap, you do that, and you start talking to yourself. That's you talking to yourself and giving yourself...
Sorry, Kelly, is that the heart chakra right there?
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
So anyway, so this is a way to give yourself love, because there are not, you guys think that all these people like give me love around me, like I just sit in my living room, and I don't see very many people. So I have to give love to myself a lot because I don't get the love from other people. And love from other people is very conditional. Then you just need more, you need more, you need more. When you're satisfied and you love yourself, you will attract those people to you who are kind. Okay, one more thing. Visualize a beam of golden light coming from source. And you can imagine it any way you want. A source can look any way you want. Imagine that beam of light coming down to the crown of your head. Now it's coming through your body. And it is going to be warm. And you can put your hands down if you like and relax. And it will be warm. And envision that light coming down your arm and coming out of the palm of your right hand. Direct that energy to your knee. And let me know when you feel the energy on your knee.
I think I feel it.
Okay.
Like tingly a little bit.
Oh yeah, you're going to feel a tingle. A warmth and a tingle. That tingling is the healing.
So down there, and there.
Yeah. Okay, so at this point you have several methods. Truth Seeker is telling you to talk to it. So that is one aspect of it. You talk to it, because whenever you speak, the words are very powerful and very important. You also have a method of redirecting energy from source to your knee. So you have a lot of tools in your tool chest right now. And you are capable of healing yourself, just like TruthSeekah was telling you.
Without being cut open or having prescription tablets.
And this might enable you to, not have to take prescriptions anymore. That would be very nice. Every time that happens, try these methods first, and then if it's not working for some reason, then take your medicine. But always try this first.
Yeah.
So there. And then you can just redirect this. If you have a pain in your stomach, just redirect it to your stomach.
Cool. I like the golden thing. I can see that easily.
Mm-hmm. And that is you, because someone was asking, how do I connect to source? That's how you, and you just did it.
Yeah.
And you just did it. So how are you feeling now? I know you've got a little work to do after, because you're going to sit there and play with your knee for a while. I can already tell. So are you okay now with us helping you?
Yes, fantastic. I mean, it's still feeling it, but I didn't expect to switch like that. I just thought, see what could happen. I didn't assume that it'd be like off like that, because I just don't. I'm not used to having in pain, but I just wanted some relief today because it was doing me head in. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yay! Fantastic.
Yep.
This has been brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you came on here.
Just like with my weird accent.
Yeah,
Nice.
and just you're on Facebook, right? So just let us know how you're doing.
I will do. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, you have a fantastic day.
I will, Kelly. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you both.
Bye.
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 Bye. That's so cool, because when you give someone a lot of tools for them to use, and then you create some independence and some sovereignty with them, it's really exciting.
Yeah, because there's definitely more than one way to approach it. It's just kind of find what works for that person.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really getting down to the root. So,
And that's what you do. Yeah, you get to the root of what's going on.
I just speak to it. You do the visualization and everything, and that's the techniques that I learned as well, and it worked for me. So everything that you're saying, everything that Dwayne's teaching you, like, it's stuff that I've went through personally to get over a lot of stuff, and it helps. It really does.
I'm learning from you as well. Like, while you're doing that, I'm watching what you're doing, and then this is the way that we all learn from each other.
Yeah.
And none of our methods are copyrighted, so
Mine is. You can't repeat my wording and stuff. No.
What? What, TruthSeekah? Seriously.
Sure.
Okay, TruthSeekah's copyrighted. No, we're not talking about your songs.
Yeah. Oh.
So, TruthSeekah, you're the man. Thanks for your great work. Give a thumbs up in the comments. That was Matt W.
What up, Matt?
Yeah, it's like Jesse is glad to catch you guys again. Awesome. And let's see. I would like to feel more worthy. I would also like to learn to fully forgive those who have used me in the past. Oh gosh, that's a big block right there. People are like, I don't know why I can't do this. I still hate them. From third grade, I'm still mad at them.
Yeah. I've heard stories where grown men in their 50s, 60 years old, going to a party or going somewhere, and they see their classmates from third and fourth grade that used to bully them, and anxiety came upon them, and they couldn't be around them. And this person's 50 and 60 years old. So those words and that treatment and everything that happened, like, they're still operating out of fear and out of hurt and neglect. So that's why I think the work that we're doing is so powerful, and it's for everyone to nip it in the bud and consciously be aware of it and go back and sever those ties and sever those belief systems, is what we call ungodly beliefs. It's believing what others say about you versus what God says about you, you know. And so you have these rights as a human being, not to be disgusted and, you know, and defeated. Like, you are more than a conqueror. And so by the power of love and just applying that to every area of your life, you're going to experience that. And even with you know, even with the power of forgiveness, you know, Christ even said that, you know, that if we want forgiveness, we want him to forgive us, that we have to forgive others. I mean, what right is it for you to receive this grace of empowerment if you're not going to offer the same grace to others who have, you know, sinned against you or wronged you? And I think what helps me in forgiving people and releasing people is to understand that the prayer that Jesus said, even on the cross, what did he say? He said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. They don't know what they're doing. They're operating out of hurt as well. So release them from that, and then you'll be, you know, released from anything that's hanging on to you. That's how the laws of karma works. That's how the blessing of you reap what you sow. As you reap forgiveness, when you need it, it's going to come to you. When you reap healing, when you reap a blessing, a financial blessing, whatever it is for someone, like you, in turn, that's going to come back. So everything that you put out is going to come back in due season, pressed down, shaken, and even more than you can even imagine. And I'm living proof of that. I've got stories upon stories to where sources directed me to give, even money financially, give to people that I didn't have. Like my last money, to give it to someone and then see that turn around and be given back to me when I was in a time of need. So I believe these principles and I trust them. And this is just what we're here to teach you guys to walk in that. So everything that you do in the physical realm, everything that you think, everything that you believe, everything that you speak has spiritual implications. So understand that.
Oh, absolutely. And just what we had talked about before, removing that internal critic by Dwayne Hartman, that's kind of the first step. Because if you don't feel worthy, what has happened is typically in the past, someone has said something negative to you, or you look in the mirror and you think it yourself, or you watch a commercial and say, I don't meet those standards, and go, so I'm an awful person. Yeah. It's that negative self-talk. So get rid of that internal critic. And also the technique I was showing, I love you. I love you. It loops the energy back around to you, so you're giving yourself love and you feel it. And the longer you sit there, if you do that for an hour, I love you, I love you, yeah, all of a sudden you're at a place where just it starts bubbling out of you. Yeah. And then if you're having a hard time making friends or attracting the wrong kind of friends, what typically happens, and tell me what you see. I see people who are, because I've been through stages like this where I have befriended people that were not good for me, simply because I didn't think I was worthy of their friendship, and I tolerated their bad behavior or whatever was wrong with them just to have a friend. So I was attracting them because I didn't love myself. And so I attracted people who were not good for me. But when I started loving myself, all of a sudden people just out of nowhere started coming in my life that were treating me right. Yeah. True. And then the forgiveness. And there are people who are experts on this and know the right answer. I don't. But on the forgiveness, I can't remember if it is breast cancer or heart problems. I can't remember what it's related to, that if you hold on to unforgiveness for a period of time, it manifests itself in cancer or other things. Because it's when you don't forgive someone, you have a negative energy that's out there, and that negative energy with the energy that's supposed to flow and be balanced inside your body, that becomes destructive. There's Ray Ray. We got Ray Ray here.
Hi guys.
How are you?
I'm good. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm just walking out of work right now. So.
And she asked her permission, by the way, from her boss.
Yes. Yeah, I'm on lunch. I'm on early lunch. So.
Oh, excellent. Well, we'll try not to, cut into your sandwich time too much.
Ray, perfect.
Ray Ray went to which name do you want me to call you? Because I don't want to accidentally call you by a name you don't want the public to know.
That's okay. It's Ray, Rachel. I mean.
Okay. I didn't want to do anything with your privacy. Just so. Anyway, so you just got back from the workshop in California. You were there.
Yes.
So, yeah, we had a good time.
Oh my God, it was awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, we had a really good time. So you're not fixed yet? What's going on?
What happened?
No, were you needing some healing or?
No, I think I'm fixed, but that sounds funny.
TruthSeekah, she doesn't need us. What's going on?
I do. No, I need you guys. I just whatever, like whatever you. There is still some blocks. Like I can't even think of the word right now. I feel it, but I just can't think of it. Like my confidence, like, and where I'm still, I guess the critics still, like, I feel like, really, is this real, or am I just, you know, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's just like, I feel like, you know, I get all excited. Yeah, you know, this is really going on. This is what I'm here to do, and then I get that wham of like, you know what, this is probably all just in my head, or so I don't know what it is, but I just that's like a block to me, and I don't know if I'm blocking myself, but yeah. So whatever. Yeah, I'm in my car now, so I have privacy. Sorry, guys.
So you've got self-doubt. Is that part of it?
Yeah.
Like it's like a balloon. You get around other people who are like you. It's like, I can do this, and then you get back in the real world, and it's like, maybe that was just a dream.
Yeah, and then like everybody, when like this is hard to explain, but when I have like I walk and I go places, and I'm trying not to be conceited because I really don't like to be seen. You know, I like to just be in my own little. And then I feel like everybody's staring at me, and I'm like, what did I do? Why am I being stared at? Like, are they seeing through me? Like, maybe I'm acting, I don't know, I try to be confident in what I'm doing, and I feel like everybody's staring at me, and I'm getting like, I don't know, like the spotlight's on me, and I don't know what to do.
Part of what I see is you're absolutely gorgeous. Like, I got to see you in person, and you look really pretty, you know, here. But in person, I swear, guys, she has legs like a giraffe. They're long and gorgeous. There's pictures on my Facebook if you want to go find her. Yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. So I think part of your problem is you're too pretty. We can fix that. You know, just put your car out of park into drive and go run into a tree, and we can fix that problem, and they'll stop staring at you. But
okay.
No, but part of the reason that they're staring at you is not just your beauty. You have this inner light. And this inner light is so attractive to them. And they can't help but look because they want what you have. They don't have that. And they want what you have. And so they stare at you. And then you become very paranoid when they stare because you don't know why they're staring at you. And most of the time, 99% of the time, what you're thinking that stare is about is not. It's not. It feels like there's an invasion of privacy. You can create filters around you and bubbles that are around you with filters on them, or however else you want to visualize it, so that you block out that energy and not care. Also, change of attitude. When they stare, instead of like, what's wrong? Is there spinach in my teeth? You know, do I have a booger hanging out? You know, instead of that, your automatic response needs to be, I am so good looking. They cannot help but stare at me. I am so freaking good looking.
I'm gonna try to do. Like
Okay, try to do means it's not gonna happen. Just say, I will do it. I'm committing to do that.
That I would do it. It's easier for me to do that, like, you know, obviously on my Facebook I post pictures and I'm all, because it's behind a screen or it's behind a photo. It's like, but once it's in person, now that I'm getting the attention in person, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. You know, I get that.
Yeah, I kind of can relate to you because I've been behind this screen and you saw me in front of everybody. Oh, TruthSeekah, it was so funny. Like, I got on stage and they're like, I don't think Kelly's going to talk. They were kind of worried I wasn't even going to talk for a minute there because I was like, they're all in front of me right now. So, this is normal. This is normal.
Okay. So that feeling of I'm supposed to do something but I don't know what yet is normal. Because it's like I came out. Like now I came out, and so they're like, okay, so now that's the feeling I'm getting. So like you came out, and now they're like, okay, or I'm getting the feeling, okay, so you came out. Now that you came out, what are you going to do with it?
So you're letting other people rule your life and put unnecessary expectations on you.
Yeah.
Okay. You just tell them, I do what I want. I'm sorry you have expectations on how I'm supposed to be. I'm on a journey. It's not like, phew, I shot up in outer space and you can see me up here. I'm still trucking along on the road. So I'm sorry you have a problem with that, but I'm doing fine.
TruthSeekah left the call. What happened?
We lost him. He'll be back. There he is.
Okay.
My internet cut out, man.
Anyway, so it was Kelly's energy came out. Kelly flips them, them off.
You know what was really weird, because you said I was up there and I'm just sitting there like I'm not gonna talk, and then it froze, and you weren't talking. I was like, what's going on? And she's just she's taking this little joke a little bit too far. She's just sitting there for a minute, and so I had to shut the browser down.
That's so funny. I can imagine what you were thinking.
Yeah. Like, okay. And
So
then what happened?
So, what advice do you have for her? She's beautiful, so I know partly she's getting stared at because she is so gorgeous, and then that light that's coming from her, and then the expectations from other people that okay, now that you're fixed, you should just come out from the dead like Jesus or something.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's the same thing you told her, that light within her that's there, and I think other people can see it as well. So they see you, and then it's like a expectation of like, help me. Like I think they're looking at you not resentful or judging or something like that. You may not know it, but they're just looking at you saying, help me. Like I think there's something within you that can reach out to me and help me, but you're so shocked by the severity of it, like, oh, these people want me to help them, almost like the movie, The Sixth Sense, where he's walking around and all these ghosts and all these dead people want help. He was able to see dead people, and I think that's how we are too. We're able to look into the soul of a human being and see how empty that they are, and see that they need help, that they want help, they want to be fixed and stuff. But us, in our process, it's like, oh God, what do I do? What do I do from there? So it has to be something that you turn off and on to say, okay, I'm ready to do this. As that situation comes, and just ask Source, ask God, ask Spirit, what do I do? What does this person need? And like I said, we teach if it's something as small as, hey, you're beautiful, or hey, I know, someone's thinking about you. God says He loves you. Whatever it is, it's different for everybody. But see what that person's dealing with. Sometimes you can see the stuff that they dealt with as a child, and it could be something as traumatic as that. But there's something as simple as God loves you, or God is thinking about you, can change somebody's life, man. Because someone who feels alone, or someone who feels ugly, you tell them that they're beautiful, and like, wow. And so you speak as a representative, as an ambassador of the kingdom of God, of the spirit realm, of eternity. You are speaking out those things. You're speaking in the place of God, because you're speaking out those things that are not as though they were. And even as you speak it, things loose off of people. And we talk about deliverance. We talk about going really deep and untying the knots and all that stuff. But there's so many examples, even within the Holy Scriptures, that by simply speaking out a word of encouragement or answering someone's questions, like strongholds falling off of people. That's been there their whole life. And evil spirits and spirits of like condemnation and stuff that's around people will just be loosed by you speaking out a positive affirmation. Even in passing, that's how powerful our words are. That even in passing, to just make it a point to pull the greatness out of somebody. And so I think that's what these people are looking at you for. They're like, okay, you have the answers, I need help. But us, and I'm speaking from experience with you, like we're overwhelmed, like, oh my God, like what do I do? What do I say? They're going to judge me and things like that. We get into our own feelings. We get into our own insecurities. So, and therefore we leave and we don't do anything, you know? And so that's the part of like building confidence. But just try it. And as you try it and as you walk in it and you see some, you know, you see somebody's life change, you see some fruit from it, it's going to build your confidence in it. So, okay, wow, this is fun. This is a game. This is interesting. And then so you just expect it to happen no matter where you are, you know, and just small things. It doesn't have to be some big grandiose thing that's happening, you know what I'm saying? So just expect it to happen and just try to get that communion with spirit. Okay, what do you want me to do? These people are looking at me. They're expecting something from me. What does this person need when you see somebody? And just listen. Be quiet and just listen.
Okay.
I've got a question. Did this start happening after the workshop? The staring?
Yeah, it wasn't like before, you know, there would be like, you know, people stare at you and you know it's okay, so it's something else, but this is like yeah, like, you know, and I would put my eyes down, you know, it's like one of those things because like I said, in person I'm kind of like I'll be more shy, right? But after that, like I went to the store and I kid you not, like women, kids, men, I mean, like I felt like I was like, oh crap, now a lot of people were looking at me and I was like, do I have, like seriously, what's going on? And then, I mean, I kind of was thinking, okay, maybe it's from the activation, and but
that's what I'm suspecting, because you know, you said your story almost started to be exactly my story. When I came back, I think it was the day after I came back, and I had to get all the ingredients for my juicing and all that. So we went to the grocery store, and when they're staring at you, they're staring in your eyes, right? They're staring in your eyes, and they won't stop looking.
Yeah, it's not like a up and down body thing, like, you know, this is like
not like your giraffe legs going on there.
Yeah,
not your giraffe legs. You have beautiful legs, by the way. So we went to the store, and this is someone I'd seen before because it's a store I go to a lot. I go to Sprouts, so it was a cashier that, I mean, I don't know her name, but you know how you recognize people by their faces. And I had, you know, yesterday's hair, not even brushed, you know, part of my makeup like smeared across my face, so I know I wasn't looking like gorgeous or anything. But she just looked at me, and she had this smile on her face, and she was looking in my eye, and she wouldn't stop. And I don't know, and it felt like she was expecting something from me, and I didn't know what it was, so I just kept babbling on about stupid stuff because it was like, I don't know what she wants. Does she want me to keep talking? So I just kept talking, and she just had this smile. It just wouldn't stop staring in my eyes, and so I just kept talking because I didn't know what was going on or what was happening. So finally I was like, you know, thank you, and blah, blah, blah. And she was, instead of taking care of the next customer, she just kept following me with her eyes until I broke the stare with the eyes to walk out of the door. And I was like, and I told Chuck, did you just see that? I'm freaked out. And then I asked him, do I have spinach in my teeth? Do I have a booger? You know, or does my mascara run down? Why was she staring at me so much? And, you know, he was like, oh, I don't know. So later on, Kroger's like right across the street. We forgot an ingredient for whatever. So I just went across the street to Kroger with Chuck, and it was another lady who I've seen for years, you know, that's there, who I'm used to the way that she treats me. Oh, she treats me nicely, but, you know, you're used to the way they're like, thank you, thank you. They're kind of looking down and, you know, checking your stuff. she looked in my eyes and wouldn't stop and got that same smile on her face. So at this point, I freaked out because I'm like, this has happened twice. It's the exact same look. It's an older women. And it's like, I don't understand what's going on. So I interviewed yesterday Ryan Cropper, and he was talking about that it started happening with him as well. When he was able to touch like the higher realms, that people see that. Yeah. And the way that they can connect to it the best is through your eyes. Mm-hmm. And they don't even really know what they're doing. They're trying to, now they're not bad people, but they're trying to take that energy from you. They're so attracted by it because they don't have it. Yeah. And they don't know how to act as well. So, I mean, what do you... that happened to me, and then the kids too. Not men. Men were not doing it, but it was the children too. They would just look at me, and I was like, "Am I glowing? You know, are you staring at me?"
I think that's part of it too, where whenever you feel them looking, like you don't want to look in their eyes and acknowledge them because it's overwhelming. That you know that if you look into their eyes, then it's going to be a situation as far as you're going to receive something, because the eyes are the windows to the soul, and you can look in their eyes and be able to get messages and things like that. So I think that's when you feel them looking, you don't want to do that because there's insecurities there, and it's going to create a situation. But I would just get confident in it, because if you don't do it, it can drive you mad. It really can. And this is part of the whole awakening process, where some people they fall into this deep paranoia. And I had it happening to me when spirits started moving, and I was just so sensitive to everything, and everybody was staring at me. It freaked me out. Like, I was going insane. So you have to get it under control, and you have to be able to turn it off and turn it on and know what it is. And like I said, just expect to help people, and you can turn it off and turn it on. You can have those blockages or whatever going on too, but you're just going to be something that you have to seek spirit about and say, okay, everybody's different. What does this person need or whatever? And so just experiment with it and believe, for something to happen. It's overwhelming, but it's part of the game. It's how it operates.
And it took you by surprise, because it took me by surprise. And Ryan Cropper gave me the idea. I don't know where my sunglasses are, but he got the sunglasses that are reflective, that it's almost like mirrored back at people. And he said when he puts those on, everybody leaves him alone. But it's when he takes them off, it is something that's coming from his eyes that they just cannot stop looking. So for now, maybe you want to get some sunshades. They don't have to be mirror, but get some sunshades for when you don't want this to happen to you, and then go ahead and take a step forward and go, you know what? What's going to happen? Am I going to explode? Am I going to catch on fire? Is someone going to die? No. Do I even know these people? No. So what does it matter if I look back? Because what I ended up giving them, this was an unspoken thing. I mean, I kept I was talking because I'm like, I don't know what to do. But I just gave love to them, and I gave energy to them because I was overflowing with it, and they seemed to need that. So that's simply, and I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, but I gave some of it to them freely, and that helped, and it helped them to kind of let go.
Yeah. People are looking at you with that sense of urgency for a reason. They need something that you have.
Because you touched God consciousness. I mean, when you're in the presence of God, you're like, help me. You can do anything. You can help me. They're feeling that energy coming from you, that you have abilities on the level of a God, and you've got that energy coming from you. So they're just naturally attracted to that. So, and I'm sorry, we didn't know this was going to happen. This is something that we're just discovering as we go, that when we do the workshops, we need to give people warnings. It's like,
it's good. No, I'm happy. It's just now it's just learning how to, like you said, turn it off and on, and know how to know what to do, know how to do it, know when to do it, because it's like now it's just like it does feel like kind of like a paranoia, like everybody's looking at me. It's just my imagination. Obviously my imagination.
Yeah, when that starts, it sounds like you got 3D really quick. I get paranoid, which is very 3D.
Yeah.
So when you do that, and bring it out, and then all of a sudden you're higher than you were. They don't even have to know you're doing it. Just kind of close your eyes and calmly get into that state of God consciousness. Then all of a sudden you see that there's no reason to be paranoid. All of a sudden you see why they're staring at you, instead of from your 3D perspective, what's going on? And look at it from a higher level. That's what you learn to do. Look at it from a higher level and see what's really going on. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, that woman was in a fight with her husband this morning and she doesn't know if he's going to leave her or not. You start to see those things. So all she needed was a hug and someone to acknowledge that, you know, everything's going to be okay. And that's all she needed from you.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens to me too. It's like, I think the first thing, because I have tattoos and plugs and dreadlocks and stuff, so the first thing I think is like, oh, they're looking at me because I'm a freak, or I look different, or I'm like a rocker, or whatever the case. So that's the first thing that comes to mind, and it becomes about you, and without being about them. So in a sense, it's a comfort thing. Like, oh, these people are looking at me because I look different, I look strange, I got tattoos and stuff, or whatever, or because I look good, because these people are attracted to me. So that's like the first things that come, but you have to step away from that. It's like, no, these people are looking at me because they need something. And I'm telling you, like, once you step out and you move away from that being about you to being about them, then you can operate, and it doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter what type of earrings you have on.
Oh, that was so good. You said, I want you to make sure you say that again. Like, you move the focus from you to them.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's always about you, like, and that's what we're talking about. Even, you know, with the practical stuff about all the sinuses stuff that came upon me a while ago, and I could have easily said, like, oh my God, like I can't do the interview, I can't do the session because my sinuses are messed up. I said, no, this isn't my sinuses. This is allowing me to sense what's going on with Kelly, and it's trying to jump on me. So therefore, those insecurities and things, you just remove yourself from the equation. You say, you know what, I'm healed. I'm whole. I'm more than a conqueror. I have the things that I confess. I'm good. So what do you need? How may I be of service to you? And then the things that you're feeling in your physical body and your things you're thinking, they're not going to be your own thoughts. They're not your own feelings and own emotions. Getting scared, getting fearful, anxious, expecting something. Like, you'll be able to feel the spirit of expectation that these people have for you by seeing that light in you. And you feel it like, hey, why are we both anxious? It's because they're waiting. The whole entire earth is waiting for the manifestation of the sons and God to come to fruition, for you to walk in your rightful place as a daughter of the Most High, and to bring about change in this generation. Like, they're literally waiting on us, not just me and you and Kelly, but everyone. They're waiting for you to get right, to deal with your baggage, to get ready, and to walk in fullness. Because where else are they going to get it from? So they're waiting on us.
Wow, I felt everything. Wow, that was powerful. What you just said.
It is, and it's
TruthSeekah is really good. He's so good.
That's what the process is about. It's about you going through these layers and peeling back the onion to get the hatred out, to get the hurt out, to get the bitterness out, to get the rage out, to get the materialism out. You know what I'm saying? And to just simply approach it with clean hands and a pure heart, so that you can receive and give out, to receive and give out, and you just become a conduit of that energy. And all of us are going through that. It's called the hammering process. It's called the sanctification process, to get all that stuff out of you, so that you don't have an agenda in it. You just genuinely want to see people made whole, and that's the purest a form of love that you can walk in, that unconditional love, that you're not expecting anything out of those people, but you want to give them something that you possess, and they're not going to repay you. They're just going to receive it.
Now, a quick question. Do you feel like you have enough inside of you that you're able to give some? Or are you like, ooh, I'm a little depleted right now, I can't give? How do you feel right now?
In the middle.
Okay. So that makes sense, that when they're needing something from you, you're like, you kind of don't want to give it because you don't have enough. at this point. So when you feel like that, like you're at kind of a low level or medium level, then you need to wear the sunglasses or whatever and, you know, protect yourself and shut it down. But if you're like, I have an overabundance today, you know, and they start doing it, then just start giving and giving and giving.
Yeah.
But you understand that the source of all of this is source. This is how you get filled back up, is with source.
Okay. Yes.
And like, it's going to take you to different places, just even in you. Like, when you do that, there's nothing more satisfying or gratifying than helping someone spiritually. There's this is something that you are doing that is going to last for all eternity when you help somebody like that. When you're giving them something, you know, that tangible. And I do it all the time, and there's nothing like that joy. And so it's going to, like, fulfill things in you that you're looking for, that you're expecting. Like, wow, this is fun. I can get used to this. I've watched Dwayne's videos. I've watched some of Kelly's, and people, and they're like, I want to go back. Dwayne's like, I'm not going to stay here much longer. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go keep doing this because it satisfies something within them to pour out and help people. And we do it online. You know, we can reach the world at our fingertips, but to do it in person, that's when it becomes real. That's when it's real, you know. So, and like she was saying too about being able to turn it off and turn it on, there's days when I'm just so tired and so exhausted that I don't even want to talk to somebody because all of this stuff's going on. Like, I'm able to read their mind. I'm able to see things, and I can feel their agendas and for bad things too. And so when I'm just so tired, it's like I can't right now. So I have to get back to the place and just kind of get, you know, kind of get grounded and get, you know, filled back up. But I'm talking about like just having just being physically tired from working all day or something like that, that I just can't. I just have to cut it off and can't even have conversations with people, you know.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. Any more questions, or are you doing okay?
Doing good, yeah. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Good to finally talk to you.
Coming on here. Yeah. Awesome. And you were our last person.
Yay.
Save the best for last. How's that?
Oh, nice.
So now do you have stuff to give?
Yes. Yeah, I do. And I needed that. I needed to feel you guys and get that from you today and get that, you know, that see your perspective on it, because I was able to feel it and see it as both of you were speaking. So
excellent. I'm just sending you a little bit of energy right now. So you're going to go from medium to high. And this is coming straight from source. This is not me. This is from source. Is that where it's coming from you, TruthSeekah?
Yes. And this is for everybody watching. This is just the last blessing for everybody, too. So just tap into that peace. Just get quiet, close your eyes, and just take a deep breath through your nostrils. Breathe in the peace, the love, the understanding, the fulfillment, and just release the stress and the tension of the day. And you can do this now. You can do this whenever you want. To be in the present moment where there's no expectations from you. You don't have to fulfill a role. You don't have to be somebody that you're not. You just are. You're not a human doing. You're simply a human being. Being who you're created to be. And you come into this moment to find peace, solace, and joy. And when things get hectic and you need that time, you can do this wherever you are. And then you can even go to your prayer closet at home where you just get with source and you find time to really go into this place, to really experience the depths of the kingdom of heaven, to really, whether it's go outside of your body, commune with your higher self, but just to be in the now moment. This is the secret place of the Most High, and we can access this anytime we want, but when you have time to really devote, this is when some of the interesting things happen as well. This is our divine right as human beings, to come and spend time with our Maker, no matter where we are. Breathe in the peace, and exhale the stress and tension, the doubt, and the fear, and the worry. Even now. So we just bless everyone watching right now, and we just hope that you're able to take away from this, that you can feel that energy and that grace, not to have an excuse to be less or anything like that, but the grace to empower you to go out and do the things that you were created to do. It's a tangible grace. It's not a theory. It's something tangible that we can feel, and it actually boosts us in our walk, and it takes us from glory to glory, from one level to the next. And so we just bless everyone watching with that, even now. Namaste.
Yes, namaste.
She's catching on.
Oh my gosh, I have to get my cry towel out. Thanks, TruthSeekah.
I needed to, man. I needed to. But I do wanna let everybody know that we have some events coming up online with our workshops and stuff like that, and our podcast at mythicist.me or truthseekah.com. This Saturday we're going to be doing a workshop on Christ consciousness. And we're also going to be doing some impartation and stuff as well. So we do one a month, and it is going to be this Saturday with Alan Nichols is going to be hosting that. He's transfigured, and we're going to be talking about the power of Christ consciousness. And so we hear that term a lot, and we're going to be actually digging into that and walking in that power. So looking forward to that. And then next month, John Illuminati Congo will be back on doing some breathing techniques and teaching us to feel prana and just some techniques to go into that spirit and that presence, and some things that work tangibly that can bring you in just like this. Just a couple breathing techniques that will put you in trance like that, and it helps so much. So we're going to be doing those on the website, as well as releasing some new content as well. So I appreciate you having me on, Kelly. It's a blessing every time. I get so much feedback every time I come on.
Excellent. Yeah, make sure you send me those links so I can put them in the description.
Okay, cool.
In there. Awesome sauce. And thank you, Rachel, for being on here. I didn't know whether I could use your real name or not, so I was just...
Yeah. Totally. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Thank you. I love you too.
Love you.
And you have a fantastic day. Go eat your sandwich.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Well, TruthSeekah.
It's all within.
It's
right,
like
right. It's all within.
This was your idea. Like the last time we did this, you're like, hey, let's do this. And it was a complete mess and all of that, but it was wonderful at the same time. And TruthSeekah's like, let's do it again. So if you guys want me to have TruthSeekah on again and do the healing sessions, please let us know in the comments. Give a thumbs up so we know that you want us to do this again.
Yeah.
With you guys, because I don't know if you guys are getting a benefit, but holy crap, this is amazing.
It is, man. So like, we actually offer personal sessions with people, and not some people aren't, I guess financially stable to, where they can afford that, because sometimes, it's a lot of money or whatever for someone to make a sacrifice, and that not everyone can do that. So we like to open it up and just let people come on, so we can just, spend time with people on here, and also promote what we're doing. And we have so much going on. There's so many events, and we're working. And so it gets the word out there, and people are able to receive, wherever they are. So, and a beautiful thing for me is where other people who weren't even in on the session, when we're speaking those affirmations, when we're sending forth that healing touch, there's people who receive it by watching, and people who just get tapped into that as well. And that right there for me just blows my mind,
Oh, exactly. And then they're private sessions for a reason. Private. There's a lot of people that don't want to come in a public setting and deal with these issues, and that's why we have private sessions.
Yeah, some people are just crying and they're hysterical, and it's a mess. And
it's not coming out.
It's
like, no, I don't want to have snot on the internet.
I definitely, and I'll say this, so because people's reserved and stuff, and they feel like people's watching them, so they can't really. They may fight that energy as well when it comes, but I know I wouldn't want my stuff to be filmed. I'm crying, and there's like yelling and shouting. There's some deep stuff that we pull off of people and stuff, and we have to deal with, and there's some connections and some emotional ties that it's hard to deal with for people. So now most people wouldn't want that online, but if it promoted healing and they got it like that, whatever it takes.
Someone wrote, "It's true, Rachel, you're beautiful." Yep. She was very, very pretty. Anyway, so we've got like 20 questions over here. We're out of time. So holy crap. Will you come back? We'll see if they even like you in the comments, TruthSeekah.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the personal messages, they do. Some of it's
I'll
like,
be back.
really? You're a grown adult and you said that? Okay. I'll pass on the message, but I'm not going to give him the same words that you told me.
Yeah.
You know, like, I want to do this to TruthSeekah, and I'll just let you fill in the blank.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
weird,
guys,
man. It's
you
weird
got
for
a
everybody.
following. Woo-hoo.
Everybody being in the limelight like that, it's weird for everybody, you know.
Yeah.
Learning
People
how
think
to
that
get
we're
used
used to this, and it's like, oh yeah, it's like,
Hey, I tell you what, it's hard for my wife to get used to it. I'll tell you that much. She's having a harder transition than I am. Let's put it that way.
yeah, because you have beautiful women following you around, and she's probably got a knife
Yeah.
right behind you.
Yeah. So she has to deal with her insecurities as well.
Yeah, it's a growing experience for everyone.
But yeah, no doubt. It's a transition that we all have to get to, and the do's and don'ts and stuff with people, and what we can say and what we can't. So it's a learning experience.
That's all we can do. We're in a human body, so we might as well play this game while we're here.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thanks for having me on.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll probably do a Q&A or something after this. I'm going to do a quick video to give them a warning, because I didn't know that was going to happen to people. So,
yeah. No, really. And they have to get it under control. We say that it drives people crazy. People having a Kundalini awakening, a spiritual awakening, and if they don't learn how to harness these energies, there's people in the psychiatric ward right now because they're really empathetic, and they can feel energy, they feel other people's thoughts, and they can't control it, and it drives them mad. So that's why there's an overwhelming sense of urgency for us to come into the manifestation of who we're supposed to be and walk in that, and do whatever we can to help people deal with that. And if we can just help one person, then we're fine. And we know we've helped way more than that. So I think we're doing the right thing.
Well, this is awesome. This is what I was born to do and came back from the dead to do. So yeah. All right, TruthSeekah, thank you so much. Please send me those links so that I can get them in the description.
Yes.
And we will see when we can have you back on. Everybody's going to be really excited. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And I guess we will see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye-bye.